everyone. Welcome back to another episode of If You Are New Here. We're going to introduce ourselves. I'm Carmen.
And I'm Laura, and we're so excited to be here.
We are very excited. For those of you who can't see us, the smiles are very wide today.
Yeah. We're so excited to be introducing Amazon best-selling author of Dark White Choose Romance, J. Rose.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Do you want to
Thank you
introduce
so
yourself?
much.
Oh my gosh, I'm the worst person at introducing myself. I'm terrible. Okay. So hi, I'm J. Rose. I write dark romance, why choose, and romantic suspense. So I write a lot about mental health, about found family. I have God knows how many books. I don't know. Let's not even try and count those. But most of you probably know me from Blackwood Institute or Sabre Security. So I tend to write sort of damaged heroines dealing with mental health and trauma and recovery who meet their found family in a multiple love interests, and they form like a little, messed up situation. And yeah, that's what I write.
Amazing. The books are
I'm getting
top
emotional
tier, everyone.
already.
Oh no!
Girl, we're a minute in.
Okay.
You can't cry yet. You need to hold
It's
on
too
strong,
early.
sis. It's too
Suck
early.
them
We
up.
just
We got
the
this.
time.
If there's one thing
I'm
for you to
fine.
know, my girl Laura is always emotional, and that's when I'm like,
I'm here for
pack
it.
I know we're
It's
emotional
okay.
girlies here.
We'll just wrap her up in like a little blanket, like a little burrito.
Yes.
It'll be okay.
Yes, she's literally just a baby. I need to
I'm
protect
just a
her.
girl. We're fine. We're fine. We're good.
We're okay. We're okay. Even better that J. Rose is here with us now. So let's get into it so
Literally.
everyone can get to know her and her fantastic books.
Exactly. Okay. Let's start?
You can start. I give you free reign, queen.
Okay. If someone read one of your books with zero context, what do you hope they feel by the end?
Oh my gosh, that's such a fun question.
It is.
I feel like the questions are always the same, right? It's always like, how did you get into writing? Or did you always want to be a writer? And it's like, if I tell that story one more time. I think that one of the number one things I hear from people that kind of resonates with me as an author when they say like, your books made me feel seen. And I really love that phrase because it kind of just epitomizes what I'm trying to do. Like I will take a specific condition or a plot line or a disability or an aspect of mental health that I'm passionate about, and I will try and represent it in the most authentic, accurate way and do justice to it, but also write it in a romance, right? And show that there is a happy ending and that healing is possible, and interweaving that with found family and love interests who accept a heroine's flaws and vice versa. And I feel like if I can make even one person feel a little bit seen or represented, or that they're not on their own in something they're going through, then that's my goal, that's my privilege, and that's just like a wonderful part of writing for me.
Amazing.
Suck up the tears.
Yeah.
She's
She's
I can see you
glistening.
getting like redder and redder.
But that's
I'm
so
fine.
amazing. That has to make you feel so good as like an author to have someone tell you like your book did something to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine how amazing that has to feel to be like, I
Yeah.
created something that even if it helped like one person, like, and honestly, thank you for writing such
Thank
touching
you.
stories, because like, I mean, Briar Valley touched something deep inside my soul. I haven't, like, God bless it, I haven't gone through like a situation like that, but like the way that you wrote it and that you gave it such elegance, it just like, even like the beginning chapters, I was like, oh no, girl. I was texting Laura because like she's like, start here. And I was like, okay.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I need to hold on. I was like finishing my trip in Dublin from visiting her, and I was like in the hotel room, and I was like, oh man. I was like,
Where
I
are the
need to.
tissues?
I know. And it was just amazing. That's all I have to say about that. It was
Thank you.
fantastic.
I also didn't warn her about
She didn't.
anything.
She didn't. And I was like, this is such a cute little cover. I was like with the trees and the
cutesy,
truck. And I
yeah.
was just like, and I got it. I was like, oh man. I was like, I need to come back down to earth a second. But like I said, you wrote that so beautifully and elegantly that it was it touched me in many ways.
Yeah. Thank you. And this is exactly what I mean. Like when I hear stuff like this, and it's like, that's what I hope to instill in people, and it's like,
Of course.
yes, it's wonderful and it's lovely to hear it, but it's also there's a level of responsibility, right? Like I'm writing about sensitive stuff and real world issues, and it's like I need to make sure that I'm being respectful and I'm getting the right message across. So being able
Yeah.
to hear that from people, and it's like, that meant something to me, or that allowed me to feel seen, and it's like, okay, maybe I'm doing some good here. Like maybe this is what I'm supposed
No,
to
you
be
definitely
doing.
are.
So
No,
thank
you
you.
You're doing
definitely.
amazing, girl.
Honestly,
Thank you
yes.
guys.
I
Yes.
have no notes. Every single book I read, the last sentence I put in my review is no
No
notes.
notes.
Just
10 out of 10.
like
10 out of 10.
nothing
Would
else.
recommend.
Infinity
I love
stars.
it.
Like there's
I love it.
nothing else to be
Infinity
said.
stars.
Thank you.
But I do want to ask you, what kind of reader do you think your book finds, not like genre wise, but like personality wise? I want to ask.
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's so varied. I speak to so many different people,
Yeah.
I guess like as an author, you always have an idea of who you're writing for, like I
Yeah.
know that I'm writing primarily for women and perhaps a specific age group, but it's also like I've had male readers that I've spoken to who have dealt with
I love
mental
that.
health or addiction. Yeah, surprisingly more than you would think. And I always love it. Like there was a book club that I heard about recently in the UK where they had a group of all male readers reading romance. And I was like, this is
Wow.
incredible. Like this is the kind of shit I want to see. Like this is amazing.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so
I
cool.
have seen like a content creator. Well, he's like a regular Joe from Australia. I
Mhm.
don't know his name. And he's just always sitting in like, he does like physical labor out in the world,
Right.
and he's sitting in like a rig or something. And he's always like dirty and greasy. And I'm just like,
No,
and
I
he's,
love it.
yeah. But he reads
My guy.
romance too. Yeah.
Stop.
And he's
This is
like,
too good.
but he reads like all different types of genres, but like I see like he like reads romance, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever, because I
It's
feel like
amazing.
more men should read romance novels because they're always just like, ugh. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, like give it a chance a second. Even if
Yeah.
it's like a romantic suspense, or like a thriller, but there's still like the romance in there. I'm like, give it a chance. I was like, not
Yeah.
every romance novel is just like 100% sex. Yes, there it happens. But
Sure.
I'm like, like expand the palette. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's a lot to be learned from reading women's fiction and about women's pleasure.
Agreed.
I think that's wonderful. So I wouldn't want to say like I don't know who my reader would be anymore, because I had an image and now it's been blown to pieces. So I'm like, anybody, like let's talk about mental health. I'm here
Anybody.
for it.
Yes.
Anyone.
I love that. I love that so much. For real.
I do want to ask though, do you think your writing reflects who you are or like a version of you?
I have an interesting answer to this question. When I read it earlier and I was like, oh, okay. And I think that in my writing, it's probably the most like authentic version of me. Like I would imagine there's people on the internet who I've never met and maybe I will never meet who read my books, and they probably know me better than people in my real life, right? Because in a book it's like I can put a piece of my soul into that story and I can write about, maybe it's not an exact carbon copy of my experience, but there's a piece of something that I've felt or that I've been inspired by, or whatever it is, or a little snippet of a personal experience. And it's like writing about that stuff in a safe way, and also being able to put it out there and represent something I've been through and something somebody else might be going through. And it's like, to me, that's like as authentic as it gets.
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, 100%, perhaps more than any other aspect of my life.
I love that. That's so
I
cute.
do love that too. I know that you were like, oh, what's your writing style like? So like, I do want to ask you about your writing style, but like in a
That's
different
okay.
sense. I'm like, do you
Cool.
start with like characters? Do you start with a dynamic? Is there like a specific scene that you've thought about? I kind of like always ask authors this. I'm like, do you have a secret notebook or like, do you type on your phone? Like, you know what I mean? I kind of just want to like tap into your brain and see like how like one of your novels would like come to life.
Yeah. I don't think tapping into my brain's a good idea, guys. I'm going to warn you off right now. Like, step away. It's not a good place to be. It's just chaos. Honestly,
Me too, don't worry.
We could swap places for a week and then like run screaming back
that
to our
would
own
be
brains.
fun. I love that.
No, I don't want to pay for your therapy after.
Girl, I'm a
Right. Oh my
Literally,
god.
There's nothing you can tell me that's
no.
gonna scare me away at this
Long
point.
live therapy at this
My
point.
therapy will just be writing another book about the experience.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. I think it's different every time, and it depends on the book as well. Like, take Blackwood Institute, for example. So it's probably one of my, I guess, most well-known trilogies. I had a very, very clear vision from the beginning of the story. Like, I knew I wanted to write about sort of like a secure mental health setting. I knew I wanted corruption and politics and kind of these really dark, gritty elements. And then from there, I also knew that I wanted to write about a girl who wanted to die, essentially. Like, let's just say it as it is, right? That's the whole
Hmm.
plot line of
Yeah.
BI. And I wanted to really toy with that idea and that mindset and get into, I guess, the day-to-day living of somebody who's experiencing that. And it kind of just branches out from there. And that's kind of how BI started. That process is really different in other ways. Like Saber, we've got, a victim of a serial killer who's held in imprisonment. I didn't necessarily know her character going in, but she evolved over time as I thought about, what would it be like to grow up in a cage? Like, would I know how to use a dishwasher? How would my language skills be? Like, and
Yeah.
I'm writing and I'm having to stop and challenge myself and be like, oh, actually, maybe she wouldn't know how to do that, or she wouldn't know what that means. And it's kind of just pulling the pieces together from different areas. So this is what I mean when I say it's chaotic.
Yeah. Which that's amazing. It's kind of like you start somewhere and then it like unfolds
Yeah.
throughout time,
Yeah.
which that's great because I mean it's a different style of writing, but like in
Mhm.
your brain you know how it
Yeah.
works. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like if I was a writer, like I would have an outline, but then like
Yeah.
my ADD brain would be like bing 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 bing, like
Well, don't
it'd
get
be
me wrong,
like
that happens too, but
it would just be like a ping pong game, like in
right.
there, like trying to figure it out. But honestly, like props to you, like writing a novel. I can't even imagine it. Like I've said it to Laura a million times. I was like, we should put our brains together and write a novel. I wouldn't even know where to
Absolutely.
start. Like,
You don't have to know though. That's the thing. Like, there's no blueprint here. There's no secret sauce. Like, it's just. I speak to a lot of people who want to write, and I'm like, the best thing you can do is just put words on a page, even if they're like the worst words you've written in your entire life.
yeah,
Put them on a page and take a step and take another step and just keep taking those steps. And then one day you'll look back and be like, oh wow, that's where I started. That's crazy, right?
yeah, that's
So
amazing. I
you
love
should do
that.
it.
Maybe
I'm here
one
for
day. Yeah. Like I have
maybe,
notes on
maybe.
my yeah, I have notes in my phone of like things that I would like I mapped out like a whole sports romance novel.
That's cool.
I know Laura doesn't know this, but
Ooh,
I'm like, am I missing information here?
yeah, and
no fighting,
okay.
guys.
The only thing I will say is that like I grew up doing crew in high school, and that was like the sport that I did, which is not a very like well-known sport in the US because like everyone's doing
Right.
volleyball, basketball, whatever. And so my idea was doing a sports romance about that. But that's all I
That's
have to say. Yeah, it's
Coming
fun.
soon.
Coming
yeah.
soon, maybe
I'm
never.
gonna watch my emails now. Like, I better be getting that pre-order link in the next like 2 or 3 years. Like, come on, I'm
I'll
waiting.
send you. I'll put it under an alias though, because if it's a bad
Amazing.
pancake, people can't like
They won't know who you are.
they won't know who I'm exactly.
Nope.
But getting back to writing process,
hmm
what's a moment in your writing process that you're like, this is working, like this is gonna be a book?
Oh, that's a toughie. Because sometimes you get that feeling like in the beginning and it's like, oh, this premise is so exciting, And then
Mhm.
sometimes it's not until like the halfway point and you're like, we started a bit rocky, but I feel like I'm finding my feet and it's getting there. The book I'm writing at the moment's been really, really rough in terms of just my process and my, I guess, mindset. So I'm at like 80K, which is, over 3/4 of the way. Like we've got maybe 20,000 words left. And I'm still in my mind, like, is this a book? Like, is this actually any good? I need to get someone to read this because I think it's terrible. So it just depends.
Me?
Us.
Guys, I just want to burn it. I swear, I sent it to my PA and I was like, can you just tell me, is it the worst thing I've ever written? And she's like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like you get in your head, like I would be in
You
there,
do.
like
Yeah.
I can't even imagine, but I'm sure that those 80,000 words are just pure fantastic
Perfection.
I hope so.
perfection.
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see.
Oh my
Have you ever
goodness.
written a scene that has felt like a little too deep, a little too intense, and you're kind of like, should I put this in here? Should I not put this in here?
I don't know that I've had that. I mean, I definitely have written intense and deep scenes, as you guys know, but it's never been a case of should this go in here, because it's usually, like I mentioned earlier, like I talk a lot about showing like realistic representation and like the harsh realities of whatever it is that I've decided to talk about and decided to sort of thread into the romance. So it's like
Yeah.
normally those sort of intense, deep scenes are the most important ones, and they're the ones that I'm wanting people to see because I want to sort of, present that reality and do justice to it. So um, the only thing that would go through my mind would be like, have I written this in a respectful way? Have I done this without glamorizing it or without romanticizing it? Am I getting the details correct? Is it accurate? And that would be what gives me pause, but it wouldn't be enough to be like, I'm not going to put this in. Because if anything, that's kind of the meat of my approach, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I understand that.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
100%. Yeah.
How much research do you put into your books? Because like there's probably a lot of research.
Exactly.
There's definitely a lot. Yeah, it depends again on the book, like some more than others. Like when I wrote like Harry Dean, I wrote about the heroine struggles with bipolar disorder. So like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do much research there. I've had experience with that. I can understand it. I put a lot of
Mm-hmm.
personal experience in. But then like when I wrote a partially deaf MMC in a different series who gets like a cochlear implant, I had to do
Mm-hmm.
so much research because I was like, how does this physically work? Like how would it feel to be partially deaf? What's language like? How does my mind work? And it's like, it took a lot of research to get into the mindset because I don't have that experience. And it's important
Yeah,
to get the the representation correct. So
yeah.
a lot.
And you do a great job. Like it
Thank
shows like
you.
how much like studying you do basically to
Thank
see it
you.
in this way.
I appreciate that. I try. I feel like it's important and it's something, I'm always
Yeah,
aware of it. I'm always sort of aware of that responsibility.
yeah,
Which is amazing. Because I
yeah.
feel
Props to you, girl.
like, yeah. And especially like
Thank
when
you.
you're hitting like such like important and like rough
Yeah.
topics that most
Hmm.
authors like don't talk about. Or like they'll like
Yeah.
shed a little bit of light, but like not like the full scope like
Hmm.
that you do. So like that's amazing and really like endearing. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate
you're
that. I try.
welcome.
Is there a part of writing that feels like supernatural to you, or is there a part that still feels like a little hard after like writing like so many books?
I honestly think it's gotten harder than it's gotten easier. Like I had this
Really?
conversation. Yeah, to be fair, a lot of people will probably say this to you because I did have this conversation recently and I was like, I don't know who it was, but I was saying like, oh, I remember writing my first book and I was just having fun. I was just writing during COVID and I was just like letting my imagination run wild. There was no expectations, there was no pressure, there's no tropes or triggers or there's none of that. You're just writing purely for pleasure or for fantasy or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm.
6 years down the line, that's very different now. It's I need to be hitting these tropes or I need to be doing the research that we've just said, or I need to be, sticking to this plot outline because like at the moment I'm writing for a company. So it's like there's a specific plot that they have purchased, right? So I need to be able to
Mhm.
fulfill that
Got
expectation.
it.
So it's different now. It's not super easy and natural. It's suddenly a lot harder. That's not to say that it's impossible. It's just a different challenge, I would say.
Expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to like piggyback on that. So like
Mhm.
when your work gets bought by someone, for
Yeah.
example, do you pitch them different ideas and then they're like, oh, we love this, we don't love that? And is that how it works? Because I don't think I've ever asked that before.
No,
So I
we
can only
haven't.
speak to like my own experience. Other
Okay.
people
Yeah.
may have more information or a different process. For me, it was that I had a specific idea for a world and for a series. It was 3 books that I had imagined up. And I wrote the first 15,000 words, so the first 3 or 4 chapters of the first book. And then
Okay.
we took that to a bunch of different people and sort of said, this is what J Rose wants to write. This is her next kind of series. Are you interested? And that was how it worked for me. I believe it can be different. There's different ways of doing it. That was just the process that I followed.
Oh, amazing. So it's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
pitch your first couple of chapters and you're like, who wants it?
Pretty much. That's kind of what we did.
I love
Yeah,
that
that's
though.
that's pretty much.
Yeah, and you also want to go somewhere that they actually understand and care and give you the respect
Yeah.
because like again, they're heavy topics and you want someone who's gonna like be able to like back you up and
Yeah.
give you like that free reign to like tell
Mhm.
your stories. I
Yeah,
love that. And
massively so.
I'm glad that you found that house.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I'm grateful because it's like I knew that in my mind I wanted to try and see if I could, I guess, achieve that, you know, to sort of prove it to myself that I was able to do that. But I also didn't want to lose the essence of me, right? Or the essence of
Mhm.
my brand. Or like we said in the beginning, like I do this to make people feel seen or to connect
Yeah.
with people. I don't want to lose that just to be able to say that this person has published me or whatever. Like I'd rather be indie forever than lose the essence of who I am.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So I'm really grateful that I was able to just keep to what I wanted to write, and there was no conversation if you need to tone that down or you can't say that. There was none of that, and I'm like, okay, great, this is amazing. So
Yeah. And
That's
you can
good.
stay
yay.
true to yourself. Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What
So
kind of emotional
exciting.
tension do you personally love exploring in your stories?
Ooh, what a juicy question, you guys. I love that. I mean, I feel like my entire book is just emotional tension.
It is.
It's just pure angst. Like every page, I couldn't write a light-hearted, low-stakes scene if you held a gun to my head. I don't think
No, there's
it's just
so much angst. Like
We would
there's so
never
much
ask.
buildup.
no,
No, please
there
never
is.
change that. No,
No.
there's definitely so
I
much angst
couldn't
and
if I
like
tried.
you feel the emotional tension off the
Yeah.
pages.
I love
Like
that
Good,
though. That
yeah.
makes me happy. Like if I'm giving that impression, then that makes me happy. So
yeah, I mean, we were talking about this in another episode that I'm like the type of person that like and Laura's gonna put her face again. I'm like, if the book doesn't captivate me in like the first 5 to 10 chapters, like
ooh, there was
okay,
like an eyebrow there as well.
she's doing it again. And that
I'm
doesn't
gonna
mean
take a
and when
step back.
because like there are some books that like they don't like the like if I don't see the full picture or like I don't know like if it doesn't captivate you and there are books that captivate
Mhm.
you like right away, but I'm fine with like at least like if I see where it's going because I've read
Yeah.
some books that I'm like and I hate DNFing. I'm the type of girl that I'm like I'm gonna sit through this because I really
Yeah.
don't want to DNF this, but like your books captivated me from the get go. I was like I'm
Yay.
sad. I was like
They
I'm
always
sad.
do.
That is
Literally,
such a
first
gift that
chapter,
you have.
I'm already
Yes.
in.
Thank you.
Yes, the
Yeah,
first
Thank
chapter, I
you.
was like,
always.
I'm sad. Here we go. Buckle up for these 1,000 pages. I'm like, I'm ready
Right.
to go. And let me tell
I
you,
remember
I love a lengthy book.
fantastic, you're in the right place.
I know. That's why I was like, when Laura told me, she's like, it's great. It's going to be such an easy read for you. And I was like, it was an easy read, but I
You
also love,
believed that?
yeah,
I
not
mean,
me
I
crying,
technically made
crying
you
through the
read
book.
like
Easy
I
read.
made you read the 2 books in one, so like you could reading in like the
I
whole
know,
thing.
that's fine.
Nice.
And she was like, it's
Yeah,
an easy read. And I'm here like sobbing. I'm like,
Yeah.
easy.
Easy. It's like I'm dying inside.
dude.
Literally, that
No,
was me. If I had a sticker for that, that would
Right.
be like dying inside.
That's me boss
okay.
writing it, I swear.
Yeah, I said easy book, but easy like in the heart. I don't
You
know.
can't when
I've
listen.
Yeah.
okay. I've
When
read
she
Brighter
tells me
Valley 5
easy,
or 6 times. I
I
love it.
don't believe
It's
her
my
anymore.
favorite books, but it's one of my favorite books from her. I read
I
it
know.
like if I need
I know.
comfort, I will read it. Is that
It's
bad?
okay,
You
she'll
will.
forgive
Am
you
I okay?
eventually.
She definitely
Am I fine?
will. She's like, am I fine?
But just you
Oh
needed
my
to
god.
start there.
I did.
Okay.
I really did. And I'm glad I started there.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think your characters make, like the choices that you would make or the choices that you don't dare to make?
Ooh, that's very interesting. That's super interesting. I feel like generally I would say I'm not thinking as me when I'm writing in a character. I'm thinking as them, like I'm trying to put myself in their brain. So like what I would do might be very different to what like, you know, Willow would do in Briar Valley. Like I'm not a parent, she is a parent. Like our instincts would be different. But then there's also, I guess, like a lot of authors will say there'll be always a little pieces of me in a specific character, like even if it's small character traits or small experiences, and I'm able to kind of put that little personal touch on it. So sometimes, yes, maybe, but like generally, I'm trying to immerse myself in the brain of that character and think as
Yeah.
them. So I would need a divide between like Jess the writer and like being in
And the
Willow's head
character.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good to know. But I also wanted to ask you, like, is there a specific type of like character dynamic that you keep coming back to like writing like again and again, or is it you just change it up every time?
I think there are certain like archetypes within Why
Mhm.
Choose. You know, you've kind of got the cinnamon roll, and you've got the grump, and you've got the enemy, and you've got, you know, whatever. Maybe you don't have all of those things in the same group, the same sort of polycule at any given time,
Yeah.
but inevitably you're always going to have one who's a little bit of a golden retriever, or who's, you know, a little
Yes.
bit of this. So it's like inevitably that happens. So I would say without fail, I always have a grump, like either a grump or someone who is just an asshole. Like I love writing an asshole. It's like a sickness.
They're the
It's
best.
so bad. I
They're the
shouldn't
best.
It's
enjoy
always my
it.
favorite.
I love it.
Right? It's my
Grumps are the
favorite, and
best.
it is. It's so satisfying because then when they soften and when they break and they finally show their like
Oh.
hidden soft side, little vulnerable, delicate little soul behind all these like defenses, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm here for.
It's
Like,
even
Yes.
sweeter.
It's
Like
the
you're just
best.
like, oh, I just
Mm.
knew.
It's
I
like
knew.
peeling back the layers of an onion.
it is, and it's like it was there the whole
Literally.
time.
It was
Oh,
there the whole
yeah.
time. He
I love
just
it.
needed a girl
Yeah.
to like soften the
Yeah.
walls. You know
Yeah.
what I
Or
mean?
piss him off
Yeah.
so much he explodes.
Yes.
Exactly.
You write Why Choose so well. We're Why Choose
Mhm.
girls in this house.
I'm here
Like,
for
we
it.
love it.
Girls after my own heart. Like,
Yeah. Like a Why Choose is just chef's kiss. Like my
Yeah.
first Why Choose was a hockey romance Why Choose, and like
nice.
I just love how like you give me like a lot of different characters. Like it's so, how do I put this? It's amazing. That's all I have to say. It's like a wide variety because there's like a character for like everyone.
Yeah.
You know? But my favorite is the grump. Please keep writing the grumps
Always the grump.
because
There's always going to be one. I'll always come back to that because that's just my happy place, and that's
Oh,
how I
yes.
just take out my rage on the character. I'm like, he's grumpy, I'm grumpy, and it's like, yeah.
We love
the
that.
best.
It's my
That's
favorite.
literally-
Have you ever gotten attached to a character in a way that surprised you? And who was it?
Probably, yeah. I mean, there's always, whenever I like talk to people about like, oh, you know, the characters they're obsessed with, and the same names come up, like it's always like Eli. Everyone's always obsessed with Eli, right? Which I get, and that's fine, but it's like it's usually one of the grumps, as we've just said, and I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
because I can kind of relate to that. I feel like I have that like little hidden soft side behind the like, you know, leave me alone, don't talk to me side.
Yeah.
So I get quite attached. But then there's, I guess, characters like, do you remember Hunter from Saber Security? So he
Mhm.
goes through, he's the partially deaf character I mentioned before. He goes through like a hearing loss event, which isn't a spoiler, it's part of the plot. It's something that's in the trigger warning. But I think because I spent so long writing his character and speaking to people who have survived traumatic incidents like similar to what he went through, and trying to get to grips with like how that would affect his character, which changed so much. Like I deleted so many drafts and I rewrote things and I tore things apart. And by the end of it, I kind of felt like we'd been through something together. I was like, we've both been traumatized by this process. Like I'm traumatized by trying to get into this dude's brain, and he's traumatized because I've deleted his chapters like 50 million times. So by the end of it, I was like, I don't know, I had this weird like attachment to him. Like I felt kind of sad to say goodbye and end that process, you know? So kind of a love to hate situation, I would say.
I love that.
I have a question to like piggyback on that, because Laura and I
Mhm.
talked about this last season, that we're like, we wish that there was like a way to like, you know, check in on like our favorite characters from books. Like, do you
Yeah.
often go back like in
Yeah.
your brain and you're like, how are my characters doing? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, are they okay?
It's so true. I mean, I kind of have the beauty of like, obviously you guys know like all my books are in the same shared universe, right? So it's like
Yeah.
we have those Easter eggs and we have those cameos. So it's
Yeah.
like I kind of have the, I guess, unique pleasure of them popping up at random times. Like I'm writing and it's like Hudson walks in from BI, and then it's like Willow walks in from Briar, and I'm like, you guys, what are you doing here? Like, what's going on?
I love this.
Those
Right,
are the
it's-
things that I always highlight. I'm like, my babies.
Yeah, she's like, I know this person. But it's like, often I'll have an idea of who's going to make a cameo. Sometimes that person changes, but I don't ever really know when it's going to happen. It's just
Yeah.
a feeling, and it's just oh, this scene needs another voice, or it needs something, or maybe that, yeah, like they're like a catalyst for something that needs to happen in the plot, like whatever. And it's like they literally just waltz in. They just
Like,
walk up like, and
I'm here.
guys, yeah, it's true.
Wait,
So we check in
That's
often.
fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
we have
fantastic.
catch-ups.
That's great because we literally talked about that. I was like, I just want sometimes my authors to just like, spring
Yeah.
me like a Christmas novella and just like, or even like a Halloween one. I don't know, or just like a
Yeah.
random novella and just be like a little check-in. Like
Anything.
these are like how all the characters are doing. They're fine
Yeah.
in this parallel universe. You guys are okay. Because
Yeah.
I think about my favorite characters all the time. I'm like, how are they doing? Like I understand they have the happily ever after, but
Mhm.
like, are we
But
cooking
what
some
else?
special recipes?
Yeah. What happens
What
after
else?
the
What
happy
happens
ending?
after? Because I'm like, yes, I
Yeah.
get an epilogue, but I want something beyond an epilogue sometimes,
Yeah.
I
because you
get
kind
that.
of just, yeah. But okay, I'm going to ask you something. Be
Oh
honest
boy.
with me,
Oh.
which you already have been, but are your main male characters walking red flags or are they just misunderstood green flags? And out of all of your books, who is your favorite?
Okay.
A
I
grump.
am sad.
I'm sad.
Like, why do we need these categories like red or green? Can we not have like some, they've got some red and some green? Like,
Like a
humans are
yellow flag.
complex.
We've
A yellow flag.
a yellow flag. Yeah, there's just a little yellow
Yes.
because they have a little bit of red, they
Yeah.
have green, so we'll call it a yellow flag.
Right.
Mhm.
I feel like I need the room for humans to be imperfect. Like, I need that breathing
Of
space.
course. Yeah.
I would say if I'm thinking as someone who's reading my books, there are definitely characters who are absolutely glaring red flags, for sure. There are characters that people have screamed at me about that I've gotten hate online because they're screaming red flags or they're toxic or they've done something
Really?
irredeemable. Yeah, and
Damn.
it's fine, it's okay. Because often I've written them to seem irredeemable because I want to give them a redemption arc and show that it's
Yeah.
possible,
Mhm.
Of
right?
course.
As the author answering, I would say that no, they aren't red flags for the exact thing I just said to you. Like, humans are complex, they're imperfect.
Mhm.
We all have villainous traits inside us. We can all be unpleasant or grumpy or like insert adjective here, right? And it's like, I want to be able to write characters that are three-dimensional and flawed and that make crap decisions and that hurt people and then they apologize. And I want to kind of show that real sort of like flawed nature within
Yeah.
romance rather than just present to you this like walking green flag perfect golden retriever male. Like, I'd rather have a golden retriever who does something irredeemable or a villain who does something sweet and wonderful, and like that's a fun parallel to play with, you know.
Yeah. Agreed. That's a really
Literally.
good response. But who's your favorite?
That's just mean.
Not sorry. Why
Choose, right?
choose? Good answer.
I love a villain. So anyone who I guess would be classed as like a red flag, and I'm like, no, like I must protect the villain's babies. Like, they have a sad backstory. They're gonna make it up to the
Mhm.
heroine. Like, give my guys some room
Eventually.
to breathe.
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
anyone who's a villain, they're my favorites to write, my favorites to defend. I will die on this hill. Like, yes, I'm here for it.
Okay.
Do you think your readers are more drawn to emotional damage or emotional healing?
I'm gonna say that they're kind of here for both of those things. Like, they
Okay.
are kind of codependent, aren't they? Like, you can't show the healing
Mhm.
without showing the damage and vice versa. So it's
That is
like,
true.
I guess I was about to say that I guess writing the damage is more fun for me, but like, yes, it's more interesting because I enjoy getting stuck into something kind of gritty and juicy.
Yeah.
But like, also the healing is the satisfaction. Like, when I get to the end of the book and I'm writing the healing and the payoff and I'm thinking about the reader gripping the pages and like, oh my God, like what's happening? And it's like, that adrenaline I get is what I want my reader to get when they see that healing is possible and that it is possible to kind of get that happy ending and to be loved or have a found family or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say like I think they're like one and the same thing. I don't know
Yeah.
that you can separate the two in my books, at least.
Yeah. I do have to say, every time I finish one of your books, I'm literally crying. Like the end. Okay, let's just say at the end of like a trilogy, I'm always crying at the end. I'm just like so
Wonderful.
happy.
And during the book too. What do you
Well,
mean?
Or
What do you
screaming
mean?
if something
Right.
Or
happens and
screaming.
it ends in a
Yeah,
cliffhanger.
yeah.
And I'm like, where's the next one? There's
I
no
love
next
it.
one.
I love it. That's the feeling I want to provoke. Like, I want you to feel that payoff and that reward, So I love it.
I also want
10
to
out of
ask,
10.
like, what's a toxic but we still love it trait that you think your eaters you eat up in your books every time?
Ooh, what is a toxic? What would that even be? That's a really tough one. I feel like I've written a lot of characters who do very toxic things.
Wait, when the villain is not the villain, actually. Like when you think,
Yeah, that's a
like,
good
That
one.
is a good
'cause, like,
one.
okay, I was just thinking about like a specific
Yes.
series that it's not done yet.
Yeah.
But like when
Yes.
I'm not gonna spoil it,
I
but
got
like
you.
She's
someone
like, I know exactly what
No.
this is.
we thought it was the villain, and then you get like his
Boom.
POV, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, like, what has
No,
she done?
I spent like 20 minutes screaming. I was like, what?
I
How?
love it.
What? That's one.
I
Yeah, but
love
that's a good answer. Yeah.
that is a good answer because you never know. Like you're thinking the whole book that you're like, this is the bad person, and it's
Yeah.
actually not. Those are the
Yeah.
best plot twists, in
It's
my
so
opinion,
fun,
too.
especially when they're a bit stabby as well. Like I feel like, I mean, in the romance world, maybe like violence isn't as toxic as maybe like the real world. Like we're like, oh, he
Yeah.
wants to stab someone for his girl. Like I love it. I'm here for it. But it's like when
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd love that in real life, but it's like when you kind of have this like aggressively overprotective carrier who's like, you know, touch her and die and all of these things. And it's like, this is quite toxic, but also I'm kind of here for it, you
Oh,
know?
we love a touch her and die moment in this house.
We love it. Yes.
Yeah, like the more violence, the better. Like, and honestly, there are probably men out there that are like that. Like, touch her
I'm
and
sure there
literally just.
are. I don't
I've
want to
never
meet
met one,
those
but
men. Like,
you know.
I do not want to meet those men. I swear I write like some of the most toxic, messed up men, but then like my husband is the biggest walking green flag you will ever meet. Like
Oh, we love
he is the
that.
I love
opposite.
that.
And I'm like, I enjoy the fantasy. I couldn't live the reality. I'm good with my golden retriever. Thank you.
Yeah. We also love a golden retriever in this
We
house.
do.
Yeah.
We do.
The
It's
multifaceted
fine.
men. Really.
What's a trope you think would never go out of style, no matter how many times we see it in your books?
I mean, you guys know I love to write like hurt comfort. Like that's one of my
Mhm.
favorite things. I love a really juicy, really emotional hurt comfort scene. And I like it both ways as well. Like I'm good with the heroine caring for the love interest as well.
Mhm.
Like in some ways that's more satisfying. And I feel like no matter what I write, there's always an element of somebody going through something and another person caring for them in the only way they can or doing whatever, you know, act of service or whatever that looks like to kind of try and fix as much as they can for the heroine or the love interest or whatever. And it's like, I feel like I enjoy writing that. It fits really well with what I'm trying to do and the sort of message I'm trying to put across. So I feel like I will just write that until the end of time and be quite happy.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Those are my favorite too. I just love
too.
when they care for each other.
Yeah. It's
It's
so
the best
fun.
thing ever.
They can do horrible things to each other as well. Like I'm good with that. Like I like it when they
That
like
too.
punch each other and have like a
Yeah.
violent scene or have like really like a really rough, angry, spicy scene, but then there's like a load of aftercare afterwards and I'm like,
Yes.
Amazing.
So
Literally.
Literally amazing.
Yes.
What's something readers have taken from your books that have surprised you?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. What surprised you guys? Did you guys have any surprises?
I don't think I had any surprises. The one surprise is when I was reading Briar Valley, when you name Willow's husband Mr. Sanchez, I was like, that's my maiden name. I was like, my dad was
That's so
Mr.
funny.
Sanchez. Like, not really.
No, I am
No,
so
I mean-
sorry.
You're fine because I was like, and it's funny because like I'm Latina, but like no one has like when I've read like Latino like characters in books, I
Yeah.
was like, no one's ever said Sanchez before, and I was like, yay! But also don't like
My
you as a
God.
character.
No,
what I mean?
I've just like given
was
you
just gonna
and
say
me
that.
the ick. Oh, your poor dad. Please apologize for me.
No, I mean, no, don't worry. My dad's no longer with us, but like he
Oh,
was
I'm
a
so sorry.
no, you're fine. He was a very nice man. But
Good. I'm glad.
yeah, when I read that, I was
My
like,
God.
Mr. Sanchez. I was like, that's my maiden
Yeah.
last name. And I was like, literally.
No,
Like,
that's not a good experience.
No, but I will
No.
say it didn't surprise me, but like the same thing that like your other readers, like I was just like very touched by the books. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's just like I said before, like it's just so well written and so tastefully done that, you know, and like you hit the topics in a way that it just emotionally impacts you, even though you haven't gone through it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that says a lot about you as an author, that you can like move people, like even though they haven't gone through something like specifically like that, and that just speaks volumes.
That's
Literally.
amazing. I love that answer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For me, it's
Thank
just how
you.
much they impacted my life.
Yeah.
It just always, like, it always hits me. And I'm just like, it's like you're just like part of the family at this point. Like, you just finish it. And like, I
Yeah.
don't know if this book finished me or I finished it.
The book finished you.
Honestly, same.
100%.
Dude, it's like I'm unwell. Like, I love these people. And like, literally what Carmen was saying, like, you just like write so well and like just always touches my heart.
Thank you. I love that. And I love the part about like becoming part of the family. Like, I feel like maybe in
Yeah.
the beginning that is what surprised me because it's like I started writing and I kind of wrote BI and I was like, obviously I knew what I was writing and I knew what story I wanted to tell, but I don't know that I had quite kind of like concentrated my idea of like, I want to represent stuff in this way or I want to build a found family. I was kind of just writing quite instinctually. Like I knew that I wanted to pull these different quite broken, quite destructive people together and that don't have their own families and give them a family in this thing. But then I speak to people and they're like, I felt that I connected with this person or that you gave me hope for this. And I was like, wow, like this actually had an impact outside of my brain, like this meant something to someone other than me. And I was just kind of writing it for me at that point, which was a huge surprise. And these days it's like, obviously I'm trying to do that and I'm trying to continue to keep up that sort of pattern, I guess. But in the beginning it was surprising. It was really, really cool. It was a cool surprise.
I
I
can
love
only
that.
imagine.
Talking about readers, do you pay attention to the theories that are going on online or like do you
What?
just do your thing? Because like I feel
There are
like there's always
theories?
like theory. Yes,
Lot.
yes, they are always theories. Like when
Oh
you
boy.
finish a book in a cliffhanger, there's always theories. And I will
Wow.
probably find them.
No way.
Somewhere down a Reddit rabbit hole for sure.
I'm not posting them, but I have my own.
Say, God, you guys. I think I've answered it like, no, heck no.
She's like,
For
I'm staying in my
fine.
lane.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that is a part of it. I think there's an element of I'm aware of which spaces are for readers and which spaces are for authors and which spaces are shared, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we can interact on Instagram. I'm not going to go onto Goodreads and start reading your personal thoughts and arguing with you in the comments. That's a reader's space. That's not my space. That's your safe space.
Yeah.
The same way I wouldn't necessarily go onto Reddit and search for, whatever. I did it one time and I read like an essay about why I'm like the worst human being possible because of BI.
Ew.
And yeah, they're like,
No.
oh, you used like a song in your playlist and this artist flies
Oh my
directly against what you're
God.
trying to say. And I was like, I didn't know this. Like that happened before I was born. And it's like, anyway, so I wouldn't necessarily insert myself into those spaces.
Yeah.
Most of my interaction is stuff like this. It's when I'm, either at signings or when I'm doing stuff online, like talking to you guys today. And I'm happy with that. That's nice and it's a shared experience and I can learn
Yeah.
about these theories from you. So.
Of course. Yes, we love a good conspiracy theory in this house. No, but honestly, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't believe
It happens.
someone I know that we've met a hater. We've met
Yeah.
various haters. But I'm just saying that I just like it still baffles me that like people have the audacity. Like,
Yeah.
ugh,
Literally.
sorry.
It comes with the territory, I think. And I think especially
I know. Like, but
writing
still.
about sensitive stuff, it's inevitable, isn't it? Like if I was writing something that was easy or fluffy or unobjectionable, maybe I wouldn't get hate, but then I wouldn't be me or I wouldn't be writing something that I genuinely care about.
Exactly.
Like, if I'm going to
Yeah.
write a villain who's done something, what someone might consider to be irredeemable, and I'm writing a redemption arc for him, I have to be prepared that someone's not going to like that. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's, fiction is wonderful and it's subjective, and we're all allowed different opinions. So it's okay. I don't need to read it, but it's okay.
No, exactly. Like, there's always going to be a hater out there. Always.
It's all good.
There are people that's like, you breathe, and then they're like, you were breathing wrong. And I was just like, I'm
Yeah.
inhaling and exhaling, just like
Yeah.
you are. And I always say, I was like, you got to take it with like a grain of salt, unfortunately,
You do.
because it's like, and especially like when you put your life out there, like,
Yeah.
there's always going to be someone that like is having a bad day and like wants to take it out on you. And it's just like, so, ugh, yuck.
Yes.
Sorry.
But that's
Like,
okay.
it's just like
That's
the
fine.
that it's just like side eye.
I feel you.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what I
Hence,
mean?
I don't go on Goodreads or Reddit. I'm banned.
Honestly, I get that. But I do, like, as we wrap up like the section about like reader and community, I do want to ask, like, what's a moment that you realized that your books were like really connecting with people? Was it like a first DM that you got, or like someone said something at a signing, or you know?
I had an experience at a signing. I want to say 3 years ago. I think it's just been 3 years. I won't share all the details just to protect their privacy, but someone
Yeah.
essentially, I met somebody, it was very normal interaction. I think I sold them a book, they went away, whatever. And about an hour later, this person returned and kind of like tapped me on the elbow and was like, "Can I speak to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. Is there a problem with the book? Whatever." And kind of took me to one side and had a very intense and emotional and beautiful moment with them, telling me about how they were caught in this kind of toxic, abusive marriage, and they couldn't mention it before because the husband, was standing next to them at my table. And obviously, I didn't know this, but she wanted to come back and just thank me and say that she had reached out to a charity because of something I had written that had made her realize that maybe she, deserved to be safe and to be with somebody who isn't like that, right? And that she had reached out to this charity. And I didn't really know what to say in the moment because it was just like this, it was big, it was this crazy, and we were in this
Yeah.
big conventions hall. And I think I just gave this person a hug, and I still think about that very, very regularly. And I think I was processing it for months after because it was my first example of like a real world impact, I think, of like the trajectory of someone's life being changed just because I wrote some words on a page. And like it was incredible. It was
Yeah.
terrifying and intense and wonderful, but it was huge. So that was probably my first experience, my most biggest one, I guess.
That's
Wow.
honestly, that's amazing. That like,
Yeah, it was a lot.
I can imagine that it's like you wrote something in a book and it impacted someone, that like it made them want to like switch their life. Like,
Yeah.
wow,
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a lot. I think
Hopefully she's
about
safe.
her a lot. Right. I think about her
Yeah.
like so much. And I've mentioned it a couple times online because I just want this person, like, I hope she's still listening and I just want her to know that I'm proud of her, you know? So it's like I
Yeah.
keep bringing it up because I'm just like, I'm always thinking about this person and just hoping that she's happy, you know? So
And that she's
it was
okay.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can only imagine how that must have been such a great experience, like just to
Yeah.
speak to her.
Intense, but
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay, let's talk about series and characters. What has been your favorite book series to date to write, and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. I feel like it would probably be either Saber or Harrowdean. I loved writing Saber. It was kind of, I'd wanted to write about witness protection and like forced proximity and being like living under one roof and kind of all the stuff that would come with that. Like the hurt comfort in that book was doing stuff for me. That was like,
Yeah.
this is satisfying. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that. And then like Harrowdean, kind of the opposite. It was still forced proximity, but there's no hurt comfort in that book. They just hurt each other relentlessly. And it was my first time writing like true enemies to lovers as well. And it was juicy. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to describe it better. It's juicy.
It's the only word I have.
Yeah.
So I want to say, I'm like, what can you tell us about The Sanctuary of Lies, the first book in the Huck Thorpe series? I hope I said that correctly.
You did. Nailed it. What can I tell you? Okay. Sanctuary of Lies is my upcoming trad debut. It's releasing September 29 and it's book one in a series set in a small town in the UK. It's Why Choose, it's romantic suspense. We have a kind of really damaged, really broken heroine. She's been through some honestly really harrowing stuff, of course, because I can't write light books.
Yeah.
And she goes on this like really, really beautiful journey of self-discovery. And she's kind of learning who she is and that it's okay to choose who she wants to be. She's kind of grown up being told that she has to fit into this specific mold. And she's kind of been controlled by a lot of people in her life. And I just really wanted to toy with this idea of her exploring who she is as a woman, as a person, her sexuality, like getting to discover all these wonderful things that were always dictated to her. That was really, really fun. And that's part of what's coming up in Sanctuary of Lies. Secret identity, riches to rags. We've got disability rep, mental health rep, so many things. Yeah, so many really cool things. I'm excited.
I am so excited for that.
We're so excited.
I know. I'm excited. I've literally I've been sat on this story for like 2 years, right? And physically wasn't allowed to talk about it. So like now I'm
Mhm.
able to talk about it and I'm like, wait, I can talk about this now? Like, do I need to
Yeah.
whisper? And it's like, no, I need to start shouting. But like I've been used to having to
Shout.
dodge questions.
Yes. My God.
How
I'm very
exciting.
excited about this. And
Thank
I'm
you.
also very excited about Trap Truth.
Yes. It's coming first. It's coming. I clarified this in my newsletter this
Yeah.
week because I had
Yeah.
some
I
people
saw.
messaging me. She's like, I know.
I read it.
I'm here for it. People were panicking though. They were like, "You're talking about September. What about Anaconda?" And I was like, "Oh, don't worry. It is happening the month before." So yeah, the final book in the Anaconda Tales trilogy, which is again dark why choose a criminal investigation. We've got a Street Fighter FMC. We've got like corruption and trafficking and so many cool
All
things
the
going
things.
on. That's finishing August something. I think 14th.
Ooh,
So.
right after my birthday. Happy birthday to
Yay,
me.
happy birthday to you. I did it just for you. I
Thank
did.
you. The queen that you are.
I'm so excited. I cannot deal with the cliffhanger anymore.
I'm sorry. I know. I know. Do you know, I'm actually the worst because like for at least 5 years now, I've never had more than like 6 months maximum between books.
Mhm.
And originally I had so many plans laid out with Anaconda and I was like, it's going to be rapid release. It's going to be bam, bam, bam. So we're going to have these really intense cliffhangers.
Yeah.
And then like the last year of my life has just been a lot. It's been a lot, like between like getting married and other stuff and then signing the,
Congratulations.
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And it's like then we got the contract for the trad books and that was like I wasn't expecting it. And it's like next thing you know, it's been a year since I released a book. And I'm like, I gave these girls like blue balls like last year and I'm sorry. But I promise it will be worth it. Please forgive me.
No, it's okay. I forgive you. I have been crying in silence for a year, but it's fine.
I
She's
know.
like
I'm okay.
crying
I know.
in silence. She's
I
like,
feel
know.
terrible.
Dude.
I feel so bad about it.
If you go to my review, you will understand because I
I'm
literally
going
am
to now,
like,
yeah.
the next book is coming soon because I cannot deal with this.
hold on,
Just to give
sister.
myself some punishment for doing it to you, I will read your review just to punish myself.
Thank you.
Hold
No,
on,
it's
sister.
coming.
Just
Hold in there.
three more
You got
months to go.
this.
You're almost there.
You got this.
I'm okay.
You got
No,
this. And I
it's
will
fine.
just for you. The payoff, I hope, will be
I
worth the
know.
wait.
No, I
We
already
have
know.
no
It's
doubt
gonna be
about
good.
that.
I hope.
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
Fingers
Honestly,
crossed.
how much we've waited, like just the build up is better because like now you know like
Mhm.
there's a date set. You get me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's just
Yeah.
I feel
kind of
better
like
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
she's
get
like,
excited
No.
now. Yeah. You can even
I
do a
read the
little
newsletter
reread,
and
you
I was
know?
like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
We can breathe now.
I love it. I know. I thought I should put that in there just because I was like, I'm sure people are panicking and like I'm low key panicking for you. So it's all
A
good.
little bit. No, but I knew you had gotten married and everything, so I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to bother her. And by
It
the way,
was,
you
yeah.
looked beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like,
Thank you so
wow.
much.
Okay.
we love a wedding.
Thank you. Thank you. It feels like yesterday, and yet it's like almost a year already, which
That's
is wild.
crazy.
It's crazy, but we survived year one, which was not easy with life and the
Mhm.
world and everything
Yeah.
happening all around us. So
Of
I'm proud of
course.
us. I'm proud of us.
Good.
You survived the first year. Everything after that is cake.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
I always
good.
tell
I hope
people.
so.
No, you'll be fine. Trust me. Trust me. After the first year, everything is just like peachy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even like who was I? I was talking to my friend about this, and she was like, "Oh, the first year of marriage is the hardest," and I was like, "It's not that the marriage is hard. It's just that like shit keeps happening."
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like
Always.
it's intense and like maybe that's just time of life as well. Like I'm in my late 20s now and it's like everything's
Yeah.
changing and people are getting older and other people get sick and there's unemployment and it's like so many curveballs that hit us in that first year. And I was like, we're good, but is the world good? No.
Yeah. The world
So
is.
it's been intense. It's been
Yeah.
a year. But
Yeah.
yeah, all this to say, the book will be done because I now am alive again and human again. So
Oh
And
my
we're
God,
happy
I'm so
about that.
excited.
yes,
Literally
thank
can't
you.
wait.
We can't wait.
Hopefully we can skip the months that are coming. Wait, no. I
Literally.
can't skip months. I'm going to see Harry Styles.
Have a little
Then cannot.
reread. Yeah, read the first two books again,
yeah.
get yourself excited again, re-traumatize
Yeah.
yourself, and then like I'll make it all better. And yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
good.
No, I
It's
do. I
gonna
do
be
want to
fun.
read the books again before, but like the week before.
That's
So
a good
like,
show. Yeah.
yeah, I can do that,
So
but
like
not
you're
Yeah.
months
ready.
before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Schedule
I
it
will
in.
need to be ready.
Yes.
I will mentally need
Remind
to be
yourself.
ready.
I need to
Yeah.
reread the books. I need to like get back into that mindset as well. So it's
Yeah.
exciting.
I do. We're
It's okay.
gonna wrap up the interview like in a fun section. So like all the
Okay.
hard questions are done. Okay,
Awesome.
so what is your favorite trope to write?
Ooh, it is my favorite trope to write. I feel like I loved writing enemies to lovers. Like I know I said that, but that was so fun. I would never write like bully. I feel like enemies to lovers and bully are two very different things in my
Yes,
mind.
Mhm.
100%.
Like, I couldn't do a bully, but like an enemies to lovers when I know that the tension is gonna break and they're gonna like just like jump on each other and I'm like, this is good.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
my favorite.
What
the
about
best.
to read?
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so boring. I don't even read anything remotely interesting. No, I do, but it's a bit of a running joke with my friends because it's like I will read the most ridiculously torturous glacial slow burns known to man. Like I will read like a 10-book
Really?
series, yeah, but they like kiss in book 9, and I'm like, this is good. Yeah, I'm that girl.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
I
I'm that
can't.
person.
I think
Yeah, and
like all my organs drop to the floor right now.
Yeah.
yeah, and like sometimes I'm like, that's a bit quick. That's like, come on, guys, let's slow it down a little bit. That's a bit fast.
That's more than a slow burn. I don't even know. Wow.
I think it's
coming
just
from
like,
you,
yeah, that's like
coming from you, I'm
masochism.
shocked to my core right now.
I'm sorry, you
Wow.
guys. It's unhinged.
Dang.
I know it's unhinged.
Girl.
Because like I don't mind spicy stuff.
Shocked.
It's not really something that I'm particularly interested in reading, but it's like I really love a slow, angsty tension, like the sexual tension of a slow burn. I love that. Like I love the torture.
But that's torture. Book 9
There's
for a
torture and
kiss.
then there's torture.
I was
You're
telling
like,
you that
no.
if the book doesn't
100.
captivate me in the first 10 chapters, I'm out. Like she
I
held on
didn't
for
judge
9
you.
books.
I had no expression. Did not judge you. You can judge me. That's okay.
I know you didn't. I was just like, what a gem you are for real. Dang.
Dude, we're not judging. We're just generally
You can
super
judge. I judge
surprised.
me. So
Yeah, and so then the next
I
question
judge
I'm
me,
still
it's
gonna
okay.
ask. The next question I'm still gonna ask you, but you just told me your answer: slow burn or instant chaos, and we know it's the slow burn.
Honestly, if there's anything that's going to make me DNF, it's when there's like sex in the first chapter or even the first
Really?
like 50%. And I'm like, ew, like this, I'm bored now. Like, because as soon as they've done it one time, the stakes are gone for me. I'm not interested anymore. I'm like, I've seen it now. You know,
Yeah.
whatever, we're done here. Like, even if like the first book, if I'm reading a trilogy, it happens in the first book, and I'm like, ugh, why should I read book 2 and 3? Like,
I'm
yeah.
shocked to my core right now.
I mean, you can see my
I'll see
face.
myself out.
No, stay because we love chatting with you. We give you a
Girl,
hall pass,
I'm
sister.
sorry.
Kidding.
Thank you.
There's no
Thank you.
judging here. It's like
It's
but
just
it's so
crazy.
cool. It is because you love reading one thing, but you write a different.
I do.
My mind has been
Yeah.
blown. My mind has been.
do.
My flabbers are
Yeah.
gasted.
I'm
Exactly.
sorry. But if you ever want to torture yourself, I have some fantastic recs. Like, I'm
Oh,
here.
we always have a good
You
rec.
let me know.
I'll
You let
pop
me know.
into your DMs. I'll pop
Yeah.
into your DMs.
If you've got like 6 months of your life to dedicate to characters that like their fingers brush and it makes you excited, you let me know. I'm here.
This is like some old English stuff, though.
Okay.
The touching of the fingertips.
I'm gonna make it myself.
That's so funny. No way, but I love that. Like when you watch
Oh
like
my God.
old movies, like and
Like
it's
Wuthering
just like,
Heights style.
yeah, and it's just like they had
Yeah.
one encounter that they touched and you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
and you just
makes
feel
me
the love.
happy.
Yeah, okay. So at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time, like
Wow.
I'm not judging because they're beautiful. Like literally, the
Not
finger-
judging. Still shocked.
Still shocked.
Will be shocked for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Take some time to process this news.
Yeah, I will take an hour after this. Oh my god.
She's gonna eat
Okay.
a bowl of ice cream and be like, I still can't believe
Yeah.
that.
It's like, now I need the list. I need to know.
No, because
For
like
real.
obviously I'm gonna be like, I wanna see what she reads.
Yeah.
I want to read what she reads
need them.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wanna read it, but I might
You
try.
do. You do.
You
I
do.
thought you were gonna
Yes.
tell me like I just read like the darkest thing I can find.
Not
No.
particularly, no. I don't.
Wow.
I've read some stuff that's like I don't read when the relationships are dark, like external factors, right? Because I
Yeah.
enjoy hurt comfort. So I'm like, if it's got a dark subplot, then I'm happy. But I don't read particularly like dark romance in the sort of conventional sense. No, I'd be happy with like a romantic suspense or a small town. I do enjoy paranormal, not really fantasy, but like Paranormal Academy sometimes if the mood
Okay.
strikes.
I can see that.
And sometimes just not
Interesting.
romance, like sci-fi. I love reading sci-fi or,
Well,
other random things. So yeah, nothing really dark, I'm afraid.
Amazing.
Sorry.
my
That's
flowers have
okay.
been busted. For
That's
reals, for
okay.
real.
I'm fine.
She said that she's crying.
No.
Girl.
I take
It
full
was just itchy.
responsibility.
Okay. How would you describe your books in one sentence? It can be a really long sentence. It's fine.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm gonna say plot driven for sure. I think I write plot driven, character rich, representation, mental health, family, obsessive men, strong heroines.
Yes.
Yeah, all the good stuff. Those are kind of like my key, like this is gonna happen no matter what I'm writing about.
Yeah. I
I
love
love
that.
this.
And then a book you'll always recommend.
Ooh. I don't
From
think you guys want my
wait,
recommendation.
let's just say from your books.
Yeah, we'll say your
Okay,
book.
that's
From
better.
your books.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
better. I mean, I always tell people to start with BI just because, like, chronologically, that makes the most sense. But it's
Okay.
probably my darkest, most intense all-in books as well. So that's not always everyone's cup of tea. So it just depends on
Yeah.
the person. But like Blackwood Institute is a good place to start if you're new to J Rose and the sort of the shared universe. That gives you a really good idea of kind of what I'm about and my romance stories, and you can kind of follow the breadcrumbs from there throughout the rest of the world.
That reminds
Amazing.
me, do you have a reading order so
Yes,
people
on
can
my
check?
website. Yeah, if you
Same.
go to it's on jroseauthor.com, you'll see a reading order, and I also have trigger warnings, playlists, all the breakdowns, all on my website.
Laura
Beautiful.
calls the trigger warnings a menu.
Yeah, I call
Nice.
it the menu.
She
I'm
I
here
don't
for
read
it.
it. I don't read it because it gives me spoilers, but I
Yeah.
don't have triggers, so
Mhm.
I'm good with everything. I'll take
Yeah.
anything at this point. I'm just
Amazing.
like, hee hee hee.
Read the trigger warning. Is there a menu? And I was like,
Right.
like a la carte. Like, I don't know.
Could never be me. Could never be me.
Could never be me. I'm like, let me see what I'm getting
Yeah.
myself into. But either way, I
Yeah.
still read it anyways.
Yeah, but
Precursor is what I call
since-
it.
Nice. Yeah. Gets you excited.
Literally. Since we were talking about playlist, to close it up, if your book had a vibe or a soundtrack, what would it sound like?
I couldn't even pin that down. My playlists are chaotic.
I love a
They
good
are
playlist.
messy. You guys know all of my books they have a dedicated playlist, but all of
Yes.
my chapters have dedicated songs as well.
Yes, I
Mhm.
do. I
They
love
do.
that.
They do. Because I like to have like a really immersive experience when I'm writing. And I also want my readers to kind of enjoy that as well. Like I will have one song that I'll just put like the repeat button on Spotify and it'll play for like 8 hours. And I'm like, and it's like, if it's a specific scene that needs that level of like deep focus, that's what I'll do. But it's like the genre of that or the specific song or artist, I could never pin that down because it just depends.
Of
It
course.
depends on
I
the
really
scene,
love
the
that
book.
though. When I was
Yeah.
reading Briar Valley, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, let me tell you, music is my love language. So when I saw that not only did you have a playlist, but every chapter had a song, I was like, this girl's for me. This is my
I
girl
love it.
forever because I'm just like, the thing is that I think that like music, like there's a soundtrack to my life. If you ask me what it is,
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it. Just like the same thing as you with your books. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
because my playlist is like all over the place, like just like I am. So it's like,
yeah. Well, if you're a mood
With-
reader, you can also be a mood listener. That's a thing.
Literally.
oh, that is me. I'm a
So,
mood listener.
yeah.
And I always tell people, I'm like, you know that I'm sad and down in the dumps if I'm listening to All Too Well 10-minute version by Taylor Swift because it's like, yeah, like and
Oh my gosh.
people like Laura knows if she hears All Too Well in the background and we're on
Yeah.
the phone, she's like, what's going on? Who
Make
died?
it talk to me, girl.
Well, she's like,
Dude.
who died? But like,
I
Oh my
only have
gosh.
2 songs that are like super sad and I cry
Right.
at them.
What
It's
are
literally
they? I need to know.
All Too Well by Taylor Swift. I mean a version 2.
Gross.
And then Wildflower by Billie Eilish.
Okay.
I-
Strong choices.
That was my my
Yeah.
top 1 song last year,
I
and
love
I
that.
listened to it to like almost like 5,000 times.
Were
'Cause
you
I
really
spent
That's
sad last year?
intense.
Yeah.
Are you
I've had sad
okay?
moments. I'm fine now.
Are you okay? No, I'm one of
I'm
those
okay.
people. The 10-minute version is what gets me every time. But like there are so many
Right.
songs that like make me cry. Like, but I also have like hype songs. I have like mood songs. Like even when I was like studying a couple of years ago for like my real estate exam, I was listening. I'm gonna take you on this journey with me. I need music to focus, and sometimes music with words doesn't get me there. I was listening
Right.
to Vivaldi, The Four
Okay.
Seasons.
I'm
I
here
was
for
listening
it.
to
Hey, girl.
classical music. Yeah. But like the angrier the better, because I don't know if you guys have ever listened to Four Seasons by Vivaldi. When it hits in winter, just give yourself a listen. Like that's that, and
Oh my
Beethoven's
god.
Fifth Symphony is like because it's angry, and people are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Not really, but at least I'm funny, so it's fine."
I'm here for it. This is so good. This is the level of obsession that I can relate to.
Literally.
Oh my
But honestly, this has been such a treat. You are so amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the
Bless you.
time to talk to us, and please keep
Yeah.
writing because
Thank you.
Yes.
your stories need to be shared with the world, and
Yes.
you have two people here who you have touched immensely by your
Thank you.
stories, and know that you are appreciated for being such a fantastic author and such
we
a
love you,
lovely
girl.
person. Yes, hearts
Guys,
for you.
love you guys. Thank you for having me. It's been such an honor and just nice to
Yes.
like I feel like I know you guys online, but like to actually sit and be able to talk to people and like put
Yeah.
Yes.
names to
Of
faces
course.
and have like a connection. That's amazing
Yeah.
for
Of
me.
course.
So
Come
thank you.
back anytime. You want to come back
Tomorrow?
and talk
Yes.
about Yes. You want
Should
to
we just
come
have a
back
little
and talk
cocktail
about
tomorrow?
your new books? You're always welcome
Amazing.
here. We love
Thank
chatting
you.
with you. And so we're going to end our episode here. Thank you for coming on, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.